Welcome to Recovery 101, the monthly educational series that explores various topics related to addiction recovery. I'm your host, Jim Palizzi, from the Sussex County Recovery Community Center in Newton, New Jersey. The Sussex County Recovery Community Center is a program of the Center for Prevention and Counseling, a leading nonprofit agency serving the Sussex County community for nearly 50 years. The Recovery Community Center serves as a connection point for those affected by substance use disorders by offering peer and family support meetings, recovery coaching, recovery workshops, sober social events, and volunteer opportunities. Before we get started, be sure to like this video and click the subscribe button below. Today we are talking about our Maternal Wrap Around Program, also known as the MWrap. It's a program that helps expecting and new mothers navigate early recovery. I have two special guests, Irma Ogar, who is a certified peer recovery specialist working with many programs here at the center, and Nicole Matos, who is the maternal recovery support case manager from Zufall Health, who provides case management for the MWrap program. Now let's get started. Irma, like all of our recovery coaches, you're in long-term recovery. Can you tell us a little about how your journey started?
I am a person in long-term recovery. My journey began when I was 3 months pregnant and in active addiction. I was very scared, very confused, didn't know what to do, and I was lucky enough to have some support and resources that was able to kind of guide me day by day, sometimes minute by minute.
Early recovery can be challenging for anyone and must have been especially so as a mother-to-be. What were some of the challenges you faced in connecting with recovery-related services?
One of the hardest things for me when I found that I was pregnant and I had to decide whether I was going to stop using or not was the fear of going through the withdrawal. I was able to contact a medical professional and seek help that way. And I think a lot of women that may find themselves in a situation similar to that really don't know what avenue, what resources are out there, what is available to them. So luckily today there are, this Recovery Community Center, our program. There's a lot of options out there. It's still hard to navigate, but there are programs where women who are pregnant can seek help.
Even though the Center for Prevention and Counseling existed back then, this took place at a time when there was still a lot of misunderstanding and stigma, and there were no recovery community centers out there like we have today, right?
My recovery journey began in the late 90s. We did have methadone clinics, we did have detoxes and rehabs, but it definitely wasn't as stigma-free as it is today.
A big part of how peer-based programs work is when those with lived experience share with those who can benefit from our help. Tell us a little about what that looks like.
For me personally, I attend a lot of women meetings in the pathway that I chose for my recovery, and speaking with other women, other mothers, is crucial to my recovery, to my self-care, to my well-being.
That speaks to one of the components of the MWrap program, which is peer recovery support meetings held at the Center for Prevention's main office at 61 Spring Street. These are geared specifically towards new mothers and mothers-to-be in early recovery.
We offer a Moms in Recovery meeting. It's in person at 1 p.m. every Monday. Basically, it's a safe place for moms to kind of discuss what's going on with them, get some great feedback. And another part of this meeting is we go over the 40 developmental assets.
This sounds like something that would be really beneficial to a new mom. Can you share a little bit about some of these assets and maybe how you apply them in your meetings?
Yes, so the 40 developmental assets, They provide an understanding of what a young person needs to be successful. Some of them include positive values, caring neighbors, and what we do in the meeting is we just kind of go over exactly what each asset is and kind of almost give a little homework of how you can incorporate that asset into your family life.
And a woman doesn't have to be connected with the center or even necessarily pregnant to be a part of these meetings, correct?
You do not need to be a client. You do not need to be a part of our program. You could be pregnant. You could be raising a child. You could be an aunt. It is a closed meeting, but it is for women who are raising children or are pregnant.
This sounds really helpful, but there's so much more to it. As I said earlier, we work in partnership with Zufall Health, who provide case management for women in the Maternal Wrap Around Program. I'd like to reintroduce Nicole Matos, who is the Recovery Support Case Manager for the MWrap program. Zufall Health is the grant holder for this program and brought the Center for Prevention in for the unique perspective we provide and for our connection with the recovery community in Sussex County. Nicole, can you tell us a little about how this partnership got started?
Sure. So the Maternal Wrap Around Program, or MWrap, was started back in 2019 with a grant through the state to really focus on helping women in substance use, specifically opioid in the beginning, during pregnancy back in 2019. And it's now evolved into, as of July 2021, we expanded to all substances to be able to help women during this time of pregnancy as well as their recovery.
Understanding that there's very little that's typical about treating addiction, how does a participant typically get involved with your program? Maybe you can both share on this one.
Yeah, so it's open to all substances, so even including, we do assist case management services if you're on any type of methadone, Suboxone, Subutex as well during that pregnancy, to offer support with a plan of safe care before the baby's born. So it can be alcohol, marijuana, or even prescription medications that we assist with. It can be a woman that's going through it, hears about our program through the center, through a flyer, they may see the library, they can call and self-refer to us. Even their prenatal care providers know about our program, they can refer them to us. Also too, through our referrals through here at the center, also too as well, anyone that's in any kind of treatment center, they can just call and be referred. Also too, we do get referrals from the Division of DCP&P, the Division of Child Protective Services, to help kind of families during that time be referred, and we help them with services as a community support. So it really comes from multiple avenues of reaching out to join our program. As long as you reside in the 3 counties that we service, you're more than welcome to give us a call to enroll in this program and find out more, see how we can help remove barriers.
We've also had referrals from past participants. So we've worked with some women during pregnancy, and then a year or 2 years later, they're pregnant again, and they will give us a call and say, I'd like to work with you again.
This is a good time to let you know about all the ways you can get in touch with us here at the Sussex County Recovery Community Center. You can drop in for recovery every Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at 65 Newton Sparta Rd in Newton. You can reach us by phone at 973-940-2966. You can also call the Center for Prevention's 24/7 helpline at 844-722-5327 or 844-SC-CLEAR. Visit us on the web at centerforprevention.org/RCC and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, or LinkedIn. Who's eligible for this program and what does it take to qualify?
If you're interested in the program, the eligibility is that you're currently pregnant at the time of when you reach out to us, and also live in one of the 3 areas that we service, Morris, Sussex, and Warren County. And also to be over the age of 18, and then have at least used a substance during that current pregnancy. So it could have been 3 months ago and you're 4 months pregnant reaching out to us when you first found out you were pregnant, or even if you're 8 months pregnant and it was when you were 5 months pregnant. it really is that when those eligibility, you just reached out to us at the phone number that we have on our rack cards or anyone you made contact with, and you just kind of give us a call, and we're able to talk with you and just go over what services you need. And all we need is verbal consent and some consent forms, and you're with us.
Nicole, what kind of services does Zufall help with?
Sure. So for case management services, we work with you kind of connecting with to help remove barriers. So such that can be as connections to WIC, food stamps, social services, applications, transportation services, treatment to some things here at the center, recovery meetings, even further inpatient programs. We kind of help navigate all of that and work with you to kind of build this plan. And even help, especially during pregnancy, building all the baby supplies that is necessary. So we have resources that we help connect to as referral based. So we really help overall referrals to all these community agencies that you may be trying to get in touch with and have an advocate in your corner.
I'll add on to what Nicole just said. As a recovery coach, we work hand in hand with the case manager with our moms, and I have seen the case managers help them even with things that will just pop up, whether it's something court related, transportation related, work related, just some of these stresses that moms go through while they're pregnant, and it's just I've seen a relief in the moms that they're not alone doing this. You know, they have this case manager that is advocating for them and kind of helping them through some of these difficult processes.
Can you give us your contact information?
Sure. So you can call our Zufall Health Center number at 973-328-3344, extension 1341. Also to 1307 for Spanish speaking. And also we have the other number, our cell phone, 862-432-5542. And that's the way to direct to answer questions that you may have about this program if you're interested.
You can also get connected by contacting the Center for Prevention's 24/7 helpline at 844-722-5327. That's 844-SC-CLEAR, or by visiting our website at www.centerforprevention.org. This information can also be found in the description section of this video. Could you tell us about some of the success stories from the program and tell us about some of the challenges they faced?
One of the moms that comes to mind, it was actually another recovery coach that was working with her. I believe you were the case manager, Nicole, was this one mom was trying to get a piece of medical equipment for her child and was having a lot of obstacles with insurance trying to cover it. And it was, an important medical equipment that the baby needed. And Zufall was able to get the funding to get this piece of equipment for this baby. I don't know if you want to share on that any further.
Sure. So it's one of these through our grant, we're able to help with certain financial needs if the grant has it available. And one of these can be medical equipment based on a need that is mentioned. It's not all the time, but definitely with this case, we were able to work with this mom and definitely work with her about being able to cover it, because with insurance, there's always difficulties in insurance sometimes. But we were able to help navigate what possibilities were available and be able to help her son get a helmet. Definitely we're able to be able to assist with the medical equipment that was needed.
Another part of what you do is help women get connected with medication-assisted treatment and with help for mental health issues, correct?
One of another example of this story that we had with our Maternal Wrap Around Program, or MWRAP, is that we had a client come in crisis mode, starting her recovery and needing connected to the methadone clinic and also to mental health services. So we were able to help navigate getting sent to the methadone clinic in the area and also to mental health services to help with all the things that she may be experiencing. So we were able to establish that within a few months and definitely be able to see that putting in those supports help remove a lot of barriers. So that's another success story that we had as part of our program to help really navigate what you may need from the moment you want.
Irma, Nicole, I want to thank you both personally for coming to talk to us today about this valuable resource for moms and moms-to-be in early recovery. Thank you for watching this month's Recovery 101. I hope you enjoyed learning about the MWRAP program. Again, my name is Jim. please reach out to me or any of our Recovery Community Center staff. We'd be happy to connect with you. You can visit us online at www.centerforprevention.org. Just click on the Recovery tab, and you'll find information about all of our programs and services. Thanks again for joining us. Be well, and remember, recovery is possible.